Se non entra la prima sono dolori.
La presenza agonistica di Sara Errani.
L'italiano storico questo incontro.
Match point Nadal.
Inizia il match. Federer.
Well, hello everyone. Yes, this is my catchphrase at the beginning of every single podcast we've done so far. I'm Giulio Gasparin.
And I'm Ross Satar.
Well, final day in Eastbourne, and we got it away right before the rain.
Yeah, we just started to do the podcast outside, and it started to rain, so we've just come inside. But yeah, it's been a typical British summer so far.
Typical, I would say, even bad for the standards. I mean, like, it's been raining pretty much every day.
Yeah, kind of biblical proportions, you know, but hey.
Well, British summer has been a really good summer here for Karolina Pliskova.
Yeah, she made the run in Nottingham to all the way to the final. She got knocked out in Birmingham by Barbara Strycova, but then she and Strycova teamed up for the doubles title, and then she made a run all the way to the final here. So there's no denying that she's going to be match sharp when she goes in.
But we have a new grass court winner here.
We do, not only a new grass court winner, it's her first, I can't quite believe it actually, it's her first grass court title, like, ever, even ITF-wise, so yeah, pretty good. So I think she's just missing one now?
Yes, she's only missing a title on clay, which is surprising because she got brought up on clay, but here you have, she has indoor, she's got outdoor, and then she's got grass. I mean, wow, Dominika, good job.
Pretty good job, yeah. I mean, she was in very good form this week. She dropped one set to the top seed, which I think is perfectly allowable. No,
I don't think so.
But you know, she came out right from the get-go, and you know, very aggressive, very focused, and she dealt with the gusty winds far better.
That was indeed very windy today, and I think it was a very close match, and that's what also Pliskova thinks.
Yes. Well, I didn't do set, but I think I had a lot of chances even in the first and even in the second set. But on the other hand, she was playing really well, even in the wind. For me, was more tough because of the serving and everything. But she was playing aggressive and without almost mistakes, so she deserved to win. Yeah, that was probably the biggest mistake from my side, the serving, because I didn't do many, not aces, but not many 3 points from the serve, which I need sometimes, and especially against her. She's hitting so big from the baseline, and like I said, almost without mistakes, so that's why it's tough, and I need those few points in those sets to the 3 points from the serve, so which didn't happen, and obviously I did some even double fault, so that this cannot happen, but it was just so windy. The second set was better. I was on what I saw, the statistics, I was on 80% of the first serve, the second set, and I still lost. So, I mean, she was playing some good tennis. Me, I was playing so-so, sometimes good, sometimes bad. But she didn't let me, to play my game. She was playing aggressive and going into my serves. And so, like I said, she was just a little bit better. But I think I had a lot of chances, and I didn't play that bad in those chances what I had, some break points. Then obviously in the first set, I was serving 4-3 new balls, so that was probably the biggest mistake.
Sort of similar was for Cibulkova. I mean, like, they play the same match, so it must be a similar view over the match.
Yeah, exactly. It was extremely tough match today, and with the conditions and with the wind, it was really, really, really tough to play, and focus, and that's what I was really strong about today. That I was, in the beginning I was a little bit nervous about the wind, so my serve wasn't really working really well. And then when my coach came, he said, just focus on your serve, don't focus too much on the wind, and do the same things when there is no wind. So I was in the rallies. I found my rhythm after a while, and I was just feeling really good on the court. I knew what I have to do. I was going for my forehands and was really solid on the backhand, and I was also returning pretty well. So all these things came together, and that's why I won today.
Yeah, as we said in the intro, that's a very, very special title for Cibulkova.
Yes, in terms of the fact it was her first grass, but not only that, to win a title like this with a quality field running into Wimbledon, it has got to give her a lot of confidence.
You know, this one is really a special one. You know, this is a special title. It's second title of the year. I was never able to win two titles in 1 year. So, and we're in the half of the season, and this is my second one. So it feels just great. And you know, it's my first one on the grass, and it's in this tournament. I would say it's the toughest one before the Grand Slam, because you know everybody want to play on grass, and this is a big one. So you know, the competition here was really strong, and I was able to beat the top players on the grass. So it gives me a lot of confidence. It was really hard after last year when I had my injury, and it was really tough to come back. And after all that, I was really working really hard, and this is the best, you know, like the best feeling I could have.
Well, Slovakia doesn't really have a fantastic tradition in tennis before actually this generation. So they asked her if she had any tennis idol growing up, and the answer is quite surprising. No. When I was little, you know, I wasn't that kind of girl who started to play tennis because of somebody else. You know, I had in my room more of the Spice Girls than of the you know, athlete or somebody. So I wouldn't say so.
Which was your favourite Spice Girl?
Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Gary Hebel. Yeah, she was the favourite one.
She's pretty lucky though. She gets a Tuesday start at Wimbledon, which means that she probably gets a day off tomorrow, maybe a bit of practice on Monday, and then can get her campaign going. And she's got some tough opposition straight off the bat. She's got Lucic Baroni, so I think a lot of the matches that she's had here will actually help her a lot in terms of her preparation for that.
Yeah, that's good. You know, you have to be kind of lucky, you know, in these things. And I was enough lucky that I'm playing on Tuesday. I have really tough opponent. I'm playing Mirjana Lucic, and I could, you know. I played her once at the Wimbledon. I lost. I won. I won 7-5 in the third set in a really, really tough match. And in that year, I played my quarterfinals at the Wimbledon. So if I pass that, it can be a good Wimbledon for me. Tomorrow, on Tuesday against the Lucic, it's going to be very similar game. And it all depends also on the conditions. And I'm just happy I can go to Wimbledon tonight. We will drive there, and I will have some day off tomorrow, and I will practice the Wimbledon on Monday. So I couldn't wish for a better week.
And then it's interesting to see how mentally such a run can change lots of things. And you know, Eastbourne is a big title, because look at the history of the winners here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people think Eastbourne's like some sleepy old seaside town where lots of people just go to die, but actually...
Which it is.
You know, God's waiting room and all that. However, you know, when you look at the list of names on that trophy, you know, it's pretty impressive. And again, as a Premier event in the run-up to Wimbledon, you can't actually get better preparation, especially given that the grass season is so short.
I don't know. You know, this is the first time I won a tournament before the Grand Slam, and but of course after this win, you know, I never saw myself as such a grass court player. But after this one, you know, I can say, okay, you know, I have beaten Radwanska, Bondarenko, Ostapenko. You know, I had a tough draw. You know, it was only good girls at this tournament, and I managed to win them all. You know, so it gives me an extra confidence for sure. Years before, I used to play in Hertogenbosch. I always choose the smaller tournament before the Wimbledon to get more matches, because I was never that confident on the grass that I could do well here, because all the girls, almost the top of the girls, come here to play. So, but you know, I was able to do it, so I will come back again for sure.
And then back to Pliskova. Well, as we said earlier at the beginning of this podcast, she's had 3 fantastic weeks. So many good wins, many good matches, and she feels this is a fantastic preparation for her.
Definitely, I would say it's the matches, the closest ones, what I won. It gave you a lot of confidence, and I feel confident right now. I didn't have the clay season wasn't that good for me, so I feel much better now. And even the matches what I lost were both of them the singles with Strýcová in Birmingham, and this one was close and against good players. So it can happen, and I still think I played a good tennis, even I didn't win those two. But yeah, I have a title. I have title from doubles and another final. So just happy with the way I played this year the tournaments before Wimbledon.
So obviously the next question is, how far do you think you can go at Wimbledon?
I don't know. No, I just have to say, because of course I'm feeling a little bit tired, so just have to do the first step to win the first round, and then everything is open. I think I can play a good game, and I don't even know who is there in the draw on my side, so I don't want to know, so don't tell me. And yeah.
When will you know? When do you let yourself know that kind of?
After I win the first round, I'll check the next round. I just don't want to look any further, and yeah, the important step is the first round for me.
Well, that pretty much sums it all. I mean, like, it's been a fun week. I hope you put up with us and Ross put up with me.
It was a pleasure. It's been a great week. I mean, the weather has been like probably the worst weather I've ever seen in the run up to any kind of tournament. But hopefully Wimbledon will shine on us.
Well, fingers crossed. Then good tennis for the next fortnight and amazing championships for everyone.
Indeed.